Since it is our first video, we will be recording outside. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. I am using a speed cube that I bought from Amazon, but any cube will work the same way as this. There are three different parts on a cube. There are the corners, these parts, the edges, which can't be moved. The edges will only ever be on one of the 12 spaces where there are edges. The edges have two colors on them. The corners have three colors, and the corners can be on here. This cube can speed cut, but you don't usually want to because it's kind of a cheat way, and when you show this skill to your friends, they won't believe you. They'll think you're cheating. So, what you're first gonna do is mess it off. So, now that we've gotten to finishing messing it up, we finally get to solve it. Finally. I put this on finally. So, the reason I say that is because it's literally the best part about solving the cube. It might be a little bit hard at times, but trust me, when you first solve it, it is so fun. So, the first layer we are going to solve is the white layer, because my counterpart, who just walked by, told me to. So the first thing we're going to do is solve the cross. To solve the white layer, there are a couple easy steps. If you know how to solve one, you can click here for the different steps. What we're first going to do is the edges of the cross. Then we move on to the corners. They both have extremely simple algorithms. The first one that we're going to do is solve all these. So what we first do is look for a white edge. There's a white edge right here. Then what we do is match it up with its color. Its color means what it is connected to that's not white. So red would be this one's color. So what you do is you simply connect it. So if it was all the way over here, you'd bring it across twice, connect it, and then after that, you connect it with the white, which is white. You see it simply right up there, so you have to go right up, and that preserves the cross that we just made, the color match. Then we do that again with the orange and white piece. Same exact algorithm, and we make it. And we do it again with the green. And you can go, since it's on the side, we go down, still doesn't mess up anything. Across, nothing messed up. And up, twice. And it solves that. One more, right here. Goes up. So, pretty simple, right? So, once we're done with that, we solve the white corners. Now, before we start the corners, there's one important message I need to relay to you. If you are having trouble solving any part of this cube, you can go to our additional help video, which will be posted right here, and it gives you the simplest step-by-step instructions. So, once we do the cross, we're going to move on to the edges. So, what we first do is we find a white piece, and the other two pieces on this corner piece are red and blue. So what we do is we put it between the red and the blue center pieces, which it is right now. Then we see that the white is facing this way. So we push it away one, down on the side we pushed it from, bring it back one, and up. If you noticed, we just put that with the red correctly and with the blue correctly. Perfect. Next, we do the same thing with another piece. So this one. We find the two other colors are green and orange. Green, orange. So we move it away one. Bring down the side we moved it away on. Bring the bottom back and up. We just put it correctly. Those were two examples of the easiest way you can get it. Here are problems when the white piece is facing the bottom. So what we would have to do is find a corner where there isn't any. What you do is you put the piece right under it and you bring it down once, across twice, and up once. So what you just did is you bring that up and accidentally brought that up. So then you just do the same algorithm. Between green and red, down. And then you get the same exact problem. And you remember how I just taught you? Cross twice, up. And then you do the same algorithm. Between blue and orange. You solved the first layer. If you notice, everything is solved. We now solve the second layer. Before we move any farther, I'd like to make a huge recommendation. This helped me solve the cube, and it will probably help you. Write down all the instructions I'm telling you to do. It extremely helps. I did it, and I can solve it in 1 minute and 20 seconds. So, but anyway, let's get started. So what we're first going to do is learn a little bit about the second layer. So there's the center pieces, but you don't have to solve any corners on the second layer. Only 1 edge, 2 edge, 3 edge, 4 edge. And when those are done, we move to the third layer. But we don't move yet. We have to solve the second layer. So what we're going to do is find, since yellow is on the bottom, we have to find an edge piece that doesn't have yellow. That is on the bottom row. And here it is, green and red. This piece needs to be put right here where this green and orange piece is. It's extremely simple to put it there. What you're going to do is first line up the place that's facing you, that's not facing the bottom, up with its center, its color. And then you look at the green. So since the other color is green, you move it away from the green. You bring the green side down. You move it the bottom back. You move it up. You just displaced the corner. It's the same algorithm. Down. And that places it correctly. We're going to do that algorithm again. You find another, and place its center or its edge facing you towards this. You move it away, down, back, and then up. You displace the corner again, down, there, there, there. Yay! 2 more times. With red and blue, away, down, back, up. Misplace corner, down, there, there, there. Yay, you're nearly there. You have this piece. This is the next different thing that could happen to you, where it's incorrectly, but this needs to be flipped. So what you do is you just place any random piece up here. So same algorithm. And now you put the piece on the bottom. So then it's the same algorithm, blue, orange. And that is the completely solved second layer. We finally get to solve the third layer. Huzzah! So the first algorithm we do is this. Before I do it, I'm going to tell you that if you had gotten just the center and no edges, right now the corners don't matter, and no edges, then you could have done the same algorithm that I'm about to show you, just holding it anyway, of course with the yellow up. But now that you've got this, the L, as I like to call it, you face one prong facing you and one facing away from you, right. You go up on the one facing you, up on the one facing right, cross on the top, down, one back, up. Yay! We got this. Then you do the same thing and hold this horizontal. Up, up. Solved the cross. Now we work on the edges. But before that, what we have to do is line up the edge pieces. So since we got one correct here and one correct here, and these are incorrect, what we do is we do the one facing you, one correct one facing you and one correct one facing away. Go up, double spin, down, once across, up, there. Then you don't do anything to it. Now two are correct. Two are incorrect. You face one incorrect facing you and one incorrect facing away. And you do the same thing. Up, double spin, down, once, back, there, there. And then once across. And all the edges are lined up. Now we work on putting in the corners correctly. So you look for any corners that are correct. This one is correct. Reason being, blue, red, and yellow. Blue, red, and yellow. And also, if we corner cut, it's solved. But we are not going to be noobs and corner cut. So, you're going to do good old algorithm to try to solve the rest. You hold this to your right bottom closest to you. Up, across, up, across. Down, back, down, there. Solved. Oh, and this was placed correctly. This was placed correctly, and this was placed completely correctly. So now we have this kind of funky shape, like square and the two prongs. So the three incorrect corners will go here, here, and here. The correct one will face that way away from you. And so you do the same algorithm. So you do a new algorithm. Up, double spin, down, once back, up, once back, down. Same thing on the left side. Double spin, down, once back, up, there, and there. Okay. This is where it gets extremely newbie. Solved completely. If you want additional help, because there were a couple other patterns that you can get, please click on our additional help video and subscribe to us. But if not, you should be holding a solved Rubik's Cube